All right, Brock, we just got done finishing the current task of removing this 2000 Toyota Tundra's gauge cluster.
Yeah.
Now we need to replace it with a new one. It's the end of the shift for us, but we got everything out. Just wanted to do a quick task turnover with you. So, starting things off, if you take a look, our title, you're going to be replacing this gauge cluster on this truck right here. The date that we switched everything out, November 21st. You got that, Brock?
November 21st?
That's what we like to hear, Brock. All right, discrepancies. When we were taking things out, two of the screws that we took out accidentally fell in the steering wheel column. You're going to need to get those out with a magnet of some sort and jiggling things around a little bit. All right, are you listening?
Yeah.
All right. Goodness. All right, description of work performed. This is what we did. We have a 10mm socket, took that, got one bolt off, it's underneath the steering column. That opened up the rest of it for us to be able to take off two screws on the bezel that attaches to the gauge cluster. You take the bezel out, yep, and then there was 4 screws attaching the cluster to brackets in there. Unscrew those, yep, get that all out. And then there's 4 electrical bundle clips that clip directly into the gauge cluster.
Gauge cluster.
Unconnected all of that, and then we removed the old cluster.
Cluster.
All right.
Yeah.
Now in terms of changes in task, we didn't have any changes. It's going to be standard procedures, and the procedures that we followed was that of Kyle Workman's lovely YouTube video, First Gen Toyota Tundra Replacement D-Light Out Tutorial.
Got
All right?
it. Yeah.
So you're going to reference this video. This guy really knows his stuff. Love this guy. All right, cautions. All right, don't damage any wires. I remember what happened last time, Brock. You remember that?
No, yeah. I did damage a wire or two.
I don't want any of that this time, so don't strip or damage any wires. I don't want any shorting or anything of that sort. Don't strip screws. You're a big screw stripper. I know you are. All right. I'm going to also need you to ensure the battery is off.
Battery off.
Battery off
Yeah.
before starting any work on this.
All right.
If you have the battery on, you start connecting those electrical bundles to the back of the gauge cluster, there's going to be arcing, all right? I don't want any arcing. All right, list of parts removed. It's going to be 6 screws, 1 bolt, 1 bezel, and 1 gauge cluster. The hardware that you're going to need to install the new gauge cluster, it's on the dashboard there. And the other parts and tools that you'll need are going to be on the passenger side seat.
Right.
Good, good. Name of the person who completed this task was only me, Tucker Zimmerman. And all right, let's run a quick ASOP. Assignment. Are we clear? Are we complete? Are we concise? Do you understand what you're doing, Jamie?
Yeah.
Brock.
Brock.
Why did I call you? I don't know who that is. I only know who Brock is. All right, that's good. You know the assignment. You're replacing the gauge cluster. You're putting all those fasteners back in.
Bezel.
Bezel. Good, good. All right, equipment. It is working. You're just going to have that 10mm socket and a Phillips head screwdriver. That's all you're going to need. Obstacles. What kind of obstacles do you think we're going to run into?
I mean, it's kind of chilly out. Bit of rain.
That's right. You could be at risk of dropping more hardware into places that are hard to reach. I
Right.
don't want you to do that.
That's
So you're
what
going
I
to be
was saying.
careful. You're going to take proper precautions not to do that. All right. You're also going to make sure that there's going to be some stuff that could easily break off if you don't position the steering wheel right when you're doing all that with the gauge cluster. So you're going to need to bring it all the way down if you're going to fit anything in there.
Bring steering wheel down.
Bring steering wheel down. Okay. Yes, moving right along. Personnel. How you feeling, Brock? You been drinking?
No, not at all. Not at all.
How's the wife? How's the kids? You been getting along well?
Yeah. Yeah. I see him every night.
That's good. No meds?
No meds.
You've been
Alright.
eating. You've been eating, Brock.
No, yeah. I eat.
Maybe a little too well. It's good. All right. You have experience. Do you know what you're doing? You feel comfortable with this? You've done this before?
Yeah. Yeah. Tundra.
Wonderful. Are there any questions?
You have a hot pockets?
All right, I'll write that down. Hot pockets. Get that for my man. I'll make sure they get you those.
Thank you.
All right, let's think about the situation.
Right.
You think we're green? Think we're good to go? With the risks and the hazards involved, the probabilities?
We're fine.
I'd say we're green.
I got this. All right.
I would say we are green. All right, I'm going to check off that we had this oral checkout. I'm going to sign my name and signature here, verify that, and this will be completely over in your hands,
All right.
Brock.
Not to worry, Tucker Zimmerman.
All right, you take it easy.
Oh man, can't wait to start my 2000 Toyota Tundra.
Oopsie.